Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, vets. My name's Cody Huffman, Army veteran, disabled veteran, 90% right now. I was an artillery officer and MI officer. I'm joined by Miss Annette, and I'll let her go ahead and introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? Glad you're here and that you could join us for this overview. I'm going to be kicking it off towards the end after Cody goes over his portion of what every veteran should know. And then I'm going to be mentioning about resources. I have some good information for you for transitioning, or if you're already transitioned, or if you're just wanting to know this information for family members. So. Thank you.
And then today, like Annette said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover just a basic overview of retirement resources, personal injury resources, and then stay towards the end because there's going to be a couple of benefits that most veterans don't know about because it's a program that is going due to a couple of lawsuits based on some defaulty products. So definitely worth staying towards the end, as well as a couple of additional resources that we have available for you. So I'll go ahead and kick off to the next slide and pass it off to Annette to go ahead and dive deep into it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So some resources that I wanted to go over first were on getting connected. And of course, there's other resources out there that are, besides LinkedIn and Facebook groups. One of the resources I wanted to mention, organizations, is Wounded Warrior Project. I am a Wounded Warrior Project alumni myself. And one of the things that Wounded Warrior Project does do is they have a lot of events with getting connected. So just to give you an example, the other day I joined a pizza party. So Wounded Warrior Project had pizza delivered to us, and then we were all online and we were all meeting each other and eating pizza together. Another event that's coming up with Wounded Warrior, as far as getting connected with other warriors, is going to be going to a Padres game. And that's going to be hosted by Wounded Warrior Project. Of course, they do other activities besides events. They do focus on your mental and physical health. So they do yoga classes, there's meditation classes, there's cooking classes. If you want to learn how to golf, they have deep sea fishing trips, hiking. They can also help with employment and resumes, looking at your resume. So if you are transitioning, or if you're already transitioned, if you're post 9/11 veteran, they can help with finding employment. They can also help with they have an independence program. So if you're an injured veteran and you're looking to be more independent, if you're post 9/11, they have a program that is for that. Another organization that I wanted to mention is Battle Buddies. So Battle Buddies, one of the co-founders, we're talking doctors and social workers, people that have all the background knowledge of physical and mental health. They started this program as a way for veterans, especially ones in remote areas, to feel more connected. So if you've been transitioned for a while, or if you're retired and you'd like to be a mentor, if you need a mentor, and especially if you're in a remote location, if you're looking for a job, if you're looking for resources, Battle Buddies is there to help. And you can go online. We'll post a website for them, and then you can just simply log in and join. Wounded Warrior Project has the same process with joining. You just go online. Wounded Warrior Project registration. This is for post 9/11 veterans, but if you're not post 9/11, they will still provide you resources. Another organization I wanted to mention as far as getting connected is Vets to Industry. So Vets to industry, they have lots of career tools and resources, and they have a platform for recruiters. So they put on in events, online events, where they connect veterans and active duty, they're transitioning, looking for jobs, to these organizations. And they also have mentorship, and they do go over benefits. The last one I wanted to mention was the USO Pathfinder Transition Program. So if you're getting ready to transition or retire out of the military, and this is for spouses as well as vets to industry. Vets to industry is for spouses as well. The USO Pathfinder is also for spouses. Wounded Warrior Project program, it also encompasses the whole family, not just the veteran themselves. So going back to the USO Pathfinder Transition Program, what they do is they help develop an action program. A lot of times when folks are active duty, they're not sure still what they are wanting to do. Some folks do exactly know what they want to do, and they have a path, but some folks don't have that roadmap built yet. So that's what they help with. They also help you holistically through this USO Pathfinder program. So if you have questions, concerns with education, if you have financial issues, or just want to know what other benefits are available to you as a veteran in the community, they're a great resource to go to. And don't forget about your state veteran office. Each state has their own veteran benefits office. I can tell you here for California, they help with housing, they can help with finding a job, legal services, finances, and healthcare. And one of the things that we do need to make sure that we do as we're transitioning is that we take care of our health. A lot of times folks that are active duty, especially during deployment, they've had injuries happen to them, and unfortunately those injuries carry on to our neck as we transition out, and can affect the employment that we get or that we're able to find. Just to give you an example, when I retired, I thought that I was going to be able to get a job with the airline, or that's what I wanted to do, because I had done that when I was active duty at a shore command part-time. Well, then I ended up hurting my back, throwing it out a couple of times when I was active duty. So that took away that dream for me. So it's one of the reasons why we have VA service connection disabilities for our injuries, because injuries happen while we're active duty, and it hinders our quality of life on the outside. I also have a personal injury with my ears. I have tinnitus and hearing loss in both of my ears, and that's very frustrating and annoying. And it almost kind of affected, or it did affect my marriage a little bit in the beginning, until my husband understood that I wasn't ignoring him, that I really couldn't hear him. So I'm service connected for that. And there is a 3M case that you can apply for if you do have this condition with tinnitus and hearing loss. And that's the one thing, one of the things that Cody is going to cover. So Cody, I'm going to go ahead and kick it off to you. Thanks for listening to me, and glad everybody's still here.
All right, and like Annette was saying, one of the major cases, the company that we work with, NSSX, actually works for is the 3M faulty earplug case. A few little requirements for those individual cases. You just have to have served between 2003 and 2015. Use the dual-sided earplugs. These little guys, I don't know if you've ever seen these little boogers, but I know I used them. I know I was issued them, and they didn't work, which is why I am also service connected for both tinnitus and two-tone hearing loss in my left ear. So I also have a case going with them. It's going to be a real doozy, especially with that date of 27 June coming up when this case goes to the 11th district. It's going to be the last quiver in the last arrow in the quiver for 3M. So make sure if you're going to apply for this thing, you get in quick because we're running out of time. The second one that we haven't covered before, we have covered it before, but the aqueous form fit, the AFFF, it's a fire foam that the firemen for both the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, and even the Marines use. This fire foam has been known to cause cancer. This one is always painful to talk about because how do you talk about something so horrible that affects so many people? But it is another case that is out there. Definitely try to reach out to any of the firemen that might have come in contact with this foam, who are suffering from some form of cancer. I know that I've had family members who have had cancer, and I know it's not a pleasant thing, and this could be a life-changing event for them. It could potentially give them that financial backing that they really need to move forward. So definitely, if you can pass this information around, it's definitely great for veterans. It's great for the firemen who have been affected by that foam. It's keeping companies honest. That's literally what it's doing. These are not class action lawsuits. So if anyone tries to tell you that they're a class action, you're only going to make $3, that's not true. This is a mass tort case. These mass tort cases are individually filed as a group. So each individual has their own case in combination with a group of 288,000 veterans so far, of a total pool of 2.7 million. So there's quite a bit of delta in there. So get this information out to as many veterans as you can, because it's information that could change their lives. And then another couple of things that the NSXX does actually work with is VA claim increases and IED claim increases, or IED funds. So this is another huge one that is available for a lot of veterans. I know the Afghan operations, as well as the Iraqi freedom, you guys definitely need to apply because you were definitely affected by this whole situation and should be able to get some of these funds. This is why I created the a Telegram chat so that you guys could ask more questions. You can scan the QR code or the link below, and to join, it's free access. It's a public venue. You could also join Annette's Facebook group. That's another huge one to get a ton of information. So feel free to join the Veteran Empowerment Task Force, VET, and then we'll go ahead and answer any other questions that you can have. And last thing I got to say is thank you for standing by and going through the entire video. Hope the information helped you. I'll go ahead and pass it off to Annette for any final comments.
I just wanted to say thanks for watching and listening, and I hope everybody considers contacting either one of us if you do believe that you have a case for the cancer. If you worked around AFFF, the IEDs. So basically, that's anybody that was affected by IEDs, the injuries, and 3M case for tinnitus and hearing loss, and the VA increase. So thanks. Have a great day, and if you're active duty, we'll see you on the other side.